What's up, chat? We's live. Cam ran away. Cam was here. I think you guys scared him. I think it's the chat's fault. You scared the DM. He'll be back here in a minute. Anywho, so Wednesday night, Darkstar Wildmount adventure with guest DM Mr. Roast and Chicken when he arrives back. There he is. And as I say, Monday night's map and Tuesday night's map went exceptionally well with the start of Castle Ravenloft. An interesting build. It's going to stress me out until we finish it, but we'll get there. And it's not doing too bad so far. But it should be a lot of fun to finish. And then I've got a couple of suggestions for the next the next module. Rime of the Frost Maiden was one suggestion, and Call of the Netherdeep was the other one. I had a look at Call of the Netherdeep and nearly fell off my chair. There's some maps in there that I don't think I'd even attempt, to be fair. There's some really, really big maps in that, but we may look at it at some point. But Rime of the Frost Maiden I definitely might look at first, potentially. Again, another set of huge maps, but it should be a bit of fun. And I have access to it, thanks to Grim sharing all the shit. So I was looking, I don't have that module, but I know someone in there sharing it, so it worked out rather well. I'll make it look easy? I don't know. I'll stress myself all to hell trying to do it, but we'll get there. Short of that, I've got a bunch of mini adventure maps or plug-in adventure maps that I can do as well, so there's no big drama there. So, without any further ado, we shall turn over to our DM for episode 3 of Wildmount-DarksStar. Mr. Can.
Fantastic. Great. Welcome, everybody. That sounded very enthusiastic. I am enthused. I'm very enthused. But I need all of you, before we start off with, to just give me a quick D20 roll.
I don't want to. It sounds ominous.
3.
11.
19. 17. Okay. Lovely, Grim. Would you like to do the honors of doing
I knew there was
however
a catch.
rendition you want of the recap from last session?
Putting you on the spot, Grim.
God damn it.
As little or as much, it's up to you.
All right. Boca won't remember anything. No. We were on a ship and Nock pulled these crystal things out from underneath the boat, and there was an explosion and the boat was going down, and we were up on deck fighting the captain, who apparently was with the bandits, and the fight was going pretty well. Like, Nock just fireballed the crap out of everyone. And the fight was going well, but Nock created a little portal for us to all escape through, and we sort of all went through there without questioning it, actually, which is an interesting thought later on. And we ended up in a strange-looking forest that Victor was familiar with. It's something he's aware of, and he let us know that it probably wasn't a good place to be. But before that, Nesser had some sort of weird interaction where he decided a puppy was a good thing to be strangled by some giant squid-like creature, and now it's some sort of weird tattoo on his face. I'm really butchering all of this. And then sans Nock, because we don't know where Nock went. The four of us made our way in the direction that Victor suggested we should go, and we've rested for the evening, and some watches have been taken, and Nesser has decided that he'd really like to make a new friend in this hideous-looking zombified woman we are currently faced with. So hopefully the first date goes well, and there'll be more. So.
Well done, sir. Well done.
That's thank you. That's great. Yeah. That's pretty much bang, spot on. Exactly what happened. Okay, great, fantastic. Fuck, what else was I gonna do? Was I gonna do anything else? No, I don't think I was. Oh yeah, I was. Let's remember this. Because you guys have obviously you've done some watches, things like that. It has progressed through the night. I would say roughly it is very early-ish in the morning or late into the night, depending on how you look at things and your perspective of time. But every one of you are able to take a short rest if you need to before we get into this.
It's probably a good idea.
It's up to you guys. If you want to take a short rest now, go for it. I'll let you do the thing of the jigs. If you don't, well, then it's not my fault.
All right, we'll take 9 hit points of healing and take a short rest.
Fantastic. So I'd say like over the time you've tended to any wounds that you received on the ship and things like that as well before you nestle down for a bit of a rest.
Actually, I'm going to expend. I got 7 hit die. I've used 1. I think I'm going to roll another one. And one more. Right.
Nesser with a lovely 2.
I've expended 3 hit die to gain some healing, gain some HP back.
Great. Fantastic. And Nesser's done 1 and got 2. And holy shit. 24? God damn.
Yeah, I was pretty injured.
Yeah. All right. Nesser, you're just taking the 2?
I don't want to.
You take, like, you've got more hit dice to spend.
You've got 7 hit dice total to spend.
Oh, fuck off! Really?
Another 2. You've still got 5 more dice to spend. You can spend the whole lot.
Look, you're getting all your bad rolls out of the way now.
I'll do it one more.
It's
Okay,
better,
I give up.
It's better than nothing, dude. Like, it's seriously better than
That's
nothing.
not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think the other one that's not injured is the lovely goblin. He's done well. Intelligent, very intelligent.
Kept himself out of harm's way.
Reminds me of another goblin that I know.
Yeah, like slightly less fucking cowardly though, I would imagine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Alrighty. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna play some sick tunes. There we go. So just before to touch off where we've last left it and jumping on to what the lovely Grim has done. Nesser, as you've shot that Eldritch blast off, scared out a rabbit, and then completely butchered this poor defenseless animal, you've then seen, as the fog was collapsing on itself, a zombified woman with flesh dropping from the very limbs. You can see sinew, tendons, things like that. Except, I don't know if you've seen any undead creatures in your time, but this creature standing in front of you, this once woman, has elongated talons, has elongated legs, sort of broken as if this creature could run on all fours very rapidly if needed. This creature has landed in front of you, snapped its neck backwards and forwards, let out an earth-piercing wail, spitted blood everywhere. But unfortunately for you, she has the initiative. And seeing the rest of the party, seeing the rabbit there, you watch as it rotates around. It smells the blood leaking from the rabbit. You can see it go. It runs over to it, and you can just see that gnawing into it, eating the rabbit. That is all it's going to do for now. I will say that the wail that it released as well, the rest of you have also just heard this creature. And as you awake, you find it gnawing and just completely ripping to shreds this butchered rabbit. You see bits of limb and fur flying everywhere, spraying blood all over the place.
Okay, for starters, can you unpause it so we can do stuff?
I'm not
Thank
done
you.
yet. Yeah, no,
You gotta give him a chance, dude. Jesus.
yeah.
Oh. So I take it that blood splatter is at my feet.
Well, that's where you killed the rabbit. I said the last time it slid right next to you. So this female humanoid zombie has leaped right in front of you, but it is solely focused on ravaging this corpse.
Okay, what do I have in my arsenal? Not much. This sucks. Okay, I'm going to cautiously take a step back, seeing it's so solely focused on that. I want to get some range between it and me.
Okay. As you go to move, I will need you to roll a stealth check for me, just to see how successful you do it. I need you to beat at least. I'm gonna set the DC at a 10.
Okay, so I need to roll a 1. Okay. Look at that.
If you roll a 1, I'm gonna be fucking dude.
And you rolled. Okay. So I like to do something as well. I like to also not always describe what happens when a nat 1 occurs or a nat 20. So I'm going to hand the reins over to you. Would you like to explain to me how you have tried to cautiously walk away, but somehow failed? You failed with a nat 1. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, shit. Why'd everything go green? Oh, never mind, it's back again. Yeah, so cautiously stepping back, I take it that that's a tree stump there?
That's a giant rock formation. I will say that you have probably some camping gear. You probably don't have camping gear, but you know, whatever you've found to make some sticks, branches, there's like general forest stuff around. Use your imagination. Yeah.
All right, so as I'm moving back, my foot gets caught on one of the rocks that are behind me, and I get put on my ass.
Good. Okay. As soon as you fall prone and hit the deck, you watch as this woman stops, snaps its neck straight at you, and lunges for an attack, screaming, spraying blood straight onto your face. It's going to take a swing with its huge talons as it gets an opportunity attack.
DM, just as
yes.
you said that this has woken us up, yes? This noise and stuff. Looking currently where Victor has positioned himself, which is pretty close to Nesser, would you say I would be able to, possibly from the ground, use my interception reaction to reduce any damage that he takes? Maybe by even sort of half rolling over and chucking a shield out.
I'll give you a dexterity to see how quickly you can do it. Yeah. Dexterity check. See how quickly you can do it. Yeah. Just a straight dex check. And this
17.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic. I'll say you easily do, just in the nick of time, are able to flip up your shield and get into it.
So whatever damage will
bad.
be reduced by 8.
Great, fantastic. I am just having slight issues again, like last time, with this not actually. Oh, it's because I didn't select it. There we go. Okay. So 17, it does. She reaches out with her talons, and because it goes for an 8 damage in total, and with the interception, I would say it just manages to scrape and just hit metal. You hear as if chalk being scraped across a blackboard, that screeching noise as the talons rake across your shield as you manage to get it in the way, Victor. She then looks at both of you and just lets out another wail like, okay.
And with that, I roll initiative as I've effectively joined the combat at that point.
Too easy. So I'll say in turn, it will, because Nesser just went. Everyone right now gets to roll initiative, just before we get any further than that. Holy
Nat
shit.
20 on the Vigs.
Nat 20, Mr. Viggs. So I'm going to say we're going to jump straight in. Mr. Viggs, it's up to you. You've just awoken to see what is happening at the moment. This creature in front of you with flesh dripping off its bones, more or less.
Okay, well, easy. First, I'm going to don my armor, which takes an action.
Yep.
And then that's it.
Yeah, you'll have to. Yeah, so you're gonna have to move the turn to his initiative, and otherwise you won't be able to do anything anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yes,
Alright.
there is that the armor thing, because we can't sleep with the armor on. Well done. I'd forgotten about that.
Okay, sweet. I don't know, like, I can't remember a rule. Is there a rule for, like, Nat 20s, or they just go first? It's not like a bonus round thing? Or is that like a homebrew?
there's no static rule. That's a DM choice. I mean, so I think I think you play it well.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Alright, we'll just move on to Boca then. That's you, my man. Or my turtle.
Is it breakfast time already? And his head sort of slowly comes out, and he sort of just looks up. Oh, and he'll use his bonus action to get out of shell defense, which he would have just automatically dropped into when he slept, and he'll just stand up, and he too will take his time to get dressed, because nobody wants a naked turtle bouncing about. So
as you take your time to get dressed, this zombified woman is just like striking and slashing into the shield of Victor in between, as you guys are just casually putting on like your armor and stuff. All right, I'm gonna skip past because I don't know how that works. But anyway, Victor, it's your go.
Victor's going to go without armor at this point because of where he is and what's happening. She's obviously right there having a go. So Victor's going to make his 2 attacks at her with his scimitar. First one hits with 8 points of slashing damage.
Yes, it does. You reckon you watch as like a massive, you actually get to slice a bunch of her chest off. I'm not going to describe the body part, but I'm sure you can imagine as it falls to the ground and starts to rot away.
And that was from the ground. I'll use half my movement now to stand and sort of half a step forward to make the second strike. And with a dirty 20, the further 5 slashing damage.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. As you pierce bits of flesh, you start to see that on closer inspection, that parts of the flesh is actually bubbling and boiling underneath onto the ground. Nesser, it is up to you.
I'll use part of my action to get myself up. And when I get back to the right page that I want, I believe it's a dash action I want to take to disengage.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Disengage.
But,
Just-
yep, bonus action disengage and then your action to dash. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Or just
move back.
disengage? Okay.
Just disengage.
Too easy. I'll take it as your bonus action because you still have your main action too that you can use.
No, I thought I used part of the action to get up, so...
That's your movement. Half your movement speed to get up.
Okay. In that case...
Unless you want to...
I'm going to mind slither her.
Okay.
It's a verbal, so it's a resistance, a intelligence check, 12.
Oh, right. Intelligence check. Yeah, look, that fails with an 8.
So it cops the 5 damage of,
5
what
damage.
is it? Psychic energy.
No worries, it definitely
Uh,
does.
And that's my turn.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Bang. Alrighty. Next on down the line. Viggs, you're up.
Okay, so Vig's studying the situation. Would casually disengage over this way a little bit, give himself some range. Then, looking at that chick, cast Hunter's Mark on her, and then produce a dagger and throw it at her for 17 to hit.
Okay. Too easy. So, wait, sorry. So, action is your Psychic Blade, and then Hunter's Mark is the bonus action,
Yeah,
but you've disengaged as well. That's a bonus action or action?
It's neither. No, I'm just moving away.
He didn't disengage.
Ah,
He
but just-
wasn't. He wasn't engaged.
Yeah, I was
He
just
just moved.
moving away.
Ah,
From
okay.
her.
All right, fantastic. All right, so if you're not going to disengage, fantastic. That could definitely have. She is going to get an opportunity of attack, though.
She can try.
Fantastic. She's going to try very darndest and see what happens. With the 20, as you move back, she whips her head. You watch as it rotates a full 180 degrees. You can hear the vertebrae snap as she rotates it back and then swings her talons back, doing a total of
Is
5.
this a new round? Just out of curiosity, a new round of
It
combat
is, yeah.
from before.
It is. Good.
Then my sentinel will kick in again, as she's
Yep.
within 5 feet of me, and you'll only take 1 point of damage, Biggs.
Damn it. Heal 5 points. Take 1 point damage.
Yep.
All right.
Done.
Alright, that was- Okay, yeah, and fantastic. And that still fires off. 17 definitely does hit. So roll for
Okay.
damage.
So it is 1d6 psychic plus a d6 from the Hunter's Mark. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus an extra 7 from, because she's bigger than me, correct?
I'm gonna be nice here. I'm gonna say you've done enough.
Really? She's
You've done
dead
enough.
already?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to add so much more damage to her.
Just save it. Yeah, you can definitely save it if you want to.
Yeah, I'll save it. If she's
Okay,
already
great.
dead.
Alrighty. And with that,
So I was going to do Fury of the Small.
this creature hit by your psychic blade and branded by the Hunter's Mark, which then, like a rapid curse, you watch as... Which color would you like for this Hunter's Mark to take effect?
Well, the Hunter's Mark would be probably like a green color.
Right. Okay, cool. You watch as your psychic blade has pierced into the very same slit that Victor had opened moments ago. You then all see as an embroidered green, almost veins seep through the rest of this creature and start to almost look as if the veins themselves are bursting through the skin. The zombie in front of you wails in pain, drops to the ground, lifeless, limp. And that is combat over.
Okay, so now Viggs will go, well, shit, why the fuck did I get out of bed for that? And go back to bed. Doff his armor and go to sleep.
Victor will stand up and light a torch and burn the corpse.
Okay, great. Alrighty. As you go to step forward into this corpse, 1 second as I play some other tunes as well. As you step forward, this lifeless body, and light some wood from the nearby fire that you've started to then go and burn the corpse. You watch as this female zombified creature, its stomach bulges for a split second. All of a sudden, its stomach expands to a radius of about 2-3 feet in diameter. You see something moving inside it, some mist. It explodes and bursts out, all out in front of you. I need everyone, which it was there, that died accidentally, within 5 feet to make a Constitution saving throw right now.
16.
Great. Fantastic. Immediately, as you go to bend down, gas emits and explodes out from her stomach. It stinks of just the worst rotting flesh you can imagine. You feel as though breathing it in, it starts to eat and tries to grasp at your very life force, but you manage to stave it off. You then watch as this corpse in front of you starts to melt and slither away into the forest down below. Bones and all gone.
What was that thing? And why did...
Victor slowly turns and looks at Nesser. What did you do?
I killed a rabbit?
Seems like I got...
Okay, to be fair, it came running out of the bush at me and scared me, okay? The rabbit, that is. Then that thing showed up. And again, what was that?
Some undead thing.
No, I know it's something, and never mind.
It is a zombie, undead creature. But I've never seen him explode like this before. That is different.
Undead with gas.
Possibility.
Out of curiosity, what am I worth alive again?
This is why you are still alive, because you are worth more alive than dead.
Okay. Thank
Next
you then
time, I may not feel the same way.
Okay.
Try not to be so enthusiastic about the rabbits next time, yes?
Yeah, fine.
No, good rabbit stew. No.
Be my guest if you wish to eat what is left after creature has taken bite. Not sure it tastes so good now.
No.
As you look down at this mangled rabbit, you can just see like bits of fur and limbs, a couple of toes left, right, and center. The bite marks around the actual corpse itself seem to be blackened away from the red.
Victor will pick it up and just throw it on the fire. Just out of sheer suspicion, shall we say.
As you pick up whatever remains of this rabbit is left, one of its eyes hanging out from its socket rotates and looks directly at you. You can see that this eye is just moving rapidly around just before you throw it on the fire.
Does it make any sound apart from sizzling as it's on the fire?
No, it's like jaw is ripped apart. Like it does not look good at all. Yeah.
I would reach over and grab Nesser by the around the neck and just push him forward and show him exactly what's happening. Like the fact this thing is moving.
And as you get, you can attempt to grab Nesser if Nesser doesn't move away. Yeah. And as it happens, as you look into,
I'm not trying to hurt him, just showing him what's happened and what could happen if he got bit.
And as you look into the fire, you definitely see the remains of this rabbit. The body parts, which are actually attached very loosely by whatever remains of muscle fibers that it has left, twitching and being eroded in this fire.
That's
This
just
animal.
not right. That's no. Can we go now? Oh, I don't want to be here anymore.
You really have
In the
no
morning.
choice.
I'm ready now. And Boker's like just finished pulling his pants up.
Was it my fault I got brought here by something? I don't know what. Or how I do know what.
Well,
They didn't bring us here.
you did step through a portal, so it kinda is your fault. You did not have to.
I think here is better than where we were.
Very much so.
I agree. Better here than at the bottom of ocean. But we must sleep, otherwise we will not make journey tomorrow.
So who's my watch still going or about to finish? If we've got an hour of time before my watch finishes, I'm going to call upon my patron to get a little trinket. A replacement trinket, you might say. If that's all right.
Sure, absolutely. You spend the required amount of time focusing, looking up into the stars, and specifically looking for the moon that represents your patron. Is there anything you wish to say, or you just wish to have a trinket?
Just closing my eyes, listening for surrounding noise, of course, and concentrating on the trinket that I want.
Right. As you do, and as you concentrate harder and harder, you find eventually, after about 10 to 15 minutes, the weight of an upside down crescent moon, small trinket, appear in your hands. As if your patron has answered your call.
And with that, I say a little prayer to my patron. No,
Cool.
I'm not going to just say it.
Okay. All right. I will say that as your prayer comes to an end, you get a feeling of overwhelming unease wash over you.
Do I have any idea what roughly time night it is, or?
It's definitely early in the morning. You would know, you could ascertain that, well, general survival, I mean, probably the sun to be coming up at some point in the next couple of hours. It has to be.
I'll wait till the sun starts to break before I wake him up.
Sure. Fantastic. As you do that, and is there anything else you'd like to do? Okay, fantastic. Can you just give me a perception check for me real quickly? Okay. As you scan the horizons of this dense forestry, in between the prayers, and you hear the slight off in the distance every now and then. Suspicious animal making noise. Burka, I need you to make a strength check for me. Straight saving throw. Sorry. All right. Fantastic. In your dream, Burka, of whatever you may be envisioning, you find yourself coming to. You find yourself awakening to find something pulling at your shell. Quite tightly. Although at this moment you are slowly, ever so slowly, being dragged behind. Inch by inch. Ever so slightly. Nesser, at this point, you haven't noticed. But I will say this is definitely enough to wake you up, Boka.
Oh, where am I going? He sort of like reach his arms out the front of him and sort of like dig his claws into the front of him and sort of into the ground and sort of try and stay where he is. This isn't right.
What's not right? And I take it I noticed then.
Yeah. And Nessa, as you look around, the thing that you see wrapped around Boka is that a combination of rotting, you see rotting deer antlers, bits of bear meat and sinew wrapped, all entitled in vine, wrapped around in a giant claw around Boka.
Well, that don't look good. Okay, everybody up! We got problems. Again. I didn't cause it this time.
And as you let out that noise, you also hear in the distance more creatures coming from all around.
That may have been my fault, that one.
Okay, and with that, we once again enter back into initiative.
Ah, crap.
Alrighty, cool. Alrighty. Alrighty. And I'm gonna switch out the music, and I will just say that it has happened quite rapidly. If you guys want to keep in your armor, you're more than welcome to, as well. Because you'd only probably get a little bit of rest too. Like, it wouldn't have been long enough to derobe yourself, if that makes sense. Okay.
Did we gain the benefits of a long rest, DM, just before we get into this? Or not? You said the sun was starting to rise.
What? I'm gonna be nice. Why not? Go for it.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I don't care either way. I'm just asking.
Do we or don't we?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys got a long rest. I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
Thank you, DM.
Cool. Done.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty, with that, I will give, Nessa, I'll just give you a quick reaction until I describe what's about to happen to Boka.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm going to go back to my spells and Eldritch Blast the crawly, slimy looking whatever it is.
Great. Go for it.
9 to hit.
9 to hit. As you release this incantation, thinking about the amulet you've just received, your patron, the force of the blast actually manages to, as it goes to hit the vines and the undead mass that is wrapped around Boka, you watch as this mass very quickly shrinks away as your evocation smacks into Boka's shell. Boka not doing any damage, but then it reforms back. Unfortunately, you have missed.
Alright, so I get 2 of those, don't I?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's 3.
2.
Yeah, okay.
22 to hit.
That one definitely does hit. Roll for damage.
7.
Okay. Alright, let me just do that. Oh, you're using Foundry, aren't you?
Me? No.
No, sorry, that's not what I meant.
I'm using D&D Beyond, yes.
Yeah. That's alright. Okay. As you aim up, you see where the vines go in and lead into like a red bush further on, a little bit down a couple of feet away from Boka as it's being pulled into it. You aim it into that, it fires off, and you hear something deep growl echo back as you've hit it. You watch as this thing coming from that bush takes a step forward, takes another step forward. And you watch as this giant, large mass of rotting corpses, vines, and shrubbery steps out from the red bushes below. And then starts to immediately pull very rapidly Boka with as much strength as possible. Okay. With that, Viggs, you're up, my man.
Alright, so once again, putting on my armor.
Okay, took it off.
Then, so that's the creature there. I'm going to move over here, like casually walking over here, putting on my armor. Highlight the dude and cast Hunter's Mark on him, and that will be the end of my turn.
Great, fantastic. Okay, Boka, you're up. So I will say that you've got this thing around you. It's trying to drag you. You're not entirely grappled because you did pass the strength check.
Alright, so as a bonus action, I'm going to grab a bit of the stuff on my back and put it into the quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna like grab it by the end and sort of like poke it in the face, hopefully. So hopefully this is gonna work. Oh, wait, why are you not working? Why you be like that? Huh?
Oh, hang on, sorry. Oh, no, yeah, it's right there. I don't know.
No, it's.
Oh, there we go.
It's a 12 to hit, so.
As you smack down with your club, the actual thickness, you can feel the thickness of this creature, this mound, have you will, manage to fend off from any blunt trauma that would have received.
No worries. Can I try and move away from it?
You can, yeah, absolutely. You're not grappled yet.
So I'm going to move my Oops! Don't target yourself, Grim. It's not what you want to do, man. I'm gonna move to there, and then turn around.
Yeah. As you go to do that, it will get an opportunity of attack, though. If you're happy with that.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Fantastic. It reaches out, and with its vines, it tries to reach even heavier and grip on tight as you go. It's going to go and try and bring down one of its other arms onto the top of your shell. And you manage to, even slowly, just very slowly, dodge out of the way as it slams in the ground. You feel the ground aside you, actually, with the amount of force that this does, shake a little bit as it leaves a bit of an indent into the forestry down below. But nonetheless, it does miss. Okay,
No worries, and that's my turn.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do Eldritch Blast at it again.
Go for it.
14 to hit.
14 again. Same similar thing. You watch as you add that first one fires off into its chest. You can watch it sort of ricochet back, but then reform as vines and other shrubbery sort of regrow back over the dent that you've made, seemingly appearing unfazed.
Okay, I just want to clarify. So, in an action, I cast Eldritch Blast, and is that 2 attacks or just 1 attack?
One, yeah.
You get 2 darts per Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. So you're taking the attack action, you get 2, yeah.
Okay. So I get to roll again then?
Yep.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
Dirty 20.
You definitely do manage to hit. As this thing is reforming, you manage to enter one straight through.
And 8 damage.
Great. You watch as it stumbles back a little bit, takes a step back, and you just hear it go.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Victor, you're up.
Right. As an action, Victor will put on his armor this time, so he will use his use his whole action to do that.
Yeah.
But as a bonus action, he's gonna step forward like 5 feet to there, and then cast summon his echo to be behind the creature on my marker.
Yep.
And then he will move back to there.
Too easy.
And that will be Victor's turn. And as a free action, he will, as he's backing up, was this you, Nesser? Did you bring creature here?
That one was not me.
And that'll be my turn.
Great. Okay. It is now this giant creature's turn. Seeing, wait, where the hell? Oh, it's right there. Feeling this thing amalgamate behind it, it's going to immediately turn around and go for a swing, thinking it's another enemy.
Remember what his freaking armor class and shit is. I think its armor's very low.
Does a 10 hit?
I think it. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. It had no, it doesn't. An AC of 17.
Oh wow! Look at that. Alrighty. It goes down and it brings one giant fist down. Your shadow manages to dodge out the way, very similar to you, as if it's almost a mirror image, have you will. It then raises one giant feet and goes to give you a snap kick to the front as it multi-attacks. If it'll let me do it, which it won't. I need to target, sorry.
Yes, you need to target me first.
For a total of 22.
That will hit, and if it does more than 1 damage, it'll make my echo disappear.
It definitely does. As
that's
it
fine.
crushes and absolutely shrinks your shadow into absolutely nothing under its massive feet. I will say that this creature probably stands a good 15, maybe, it's hard to say. It's fucking tall. A lot of feet into the air, and it's just as wide as it is tall. But that ends its turn. Victor, you are up. I mean, Vix, sorry.
Vix is up. You want to remove my echo as well, because the echo's gone.
Yep. Alright, so it will be 2 daggers flying at it.
Mm-hmm.
First one I think is going to miss with a 10.
Definitely does.
And the second one is my offhand, which I use this one instead. Ooh, that one's a natural 20 for 26.
Holy shit! That hit, yeah. That does, yep.
Alright, so now we...
So it's
Like
both
roll that again.
1d4, so it's 4 plus an additional 1d4 plus 6.
So 7 plus the 6 plus the 4.
4.
Also,
7 plus 7? Yeah.
yeah, and 1 of Hunter's Mark damage.
Okay. So what did that actually roll? I can't
7
see.
damage. It
it
rolled 7
calculates-
damage.
Yeah. Plus an additional 4. Okay, sweet. So that's 11 plus 1, so it's 12 in total.
Yep, all up.
Fantastic. Okay.
And that will be that.
Alrighty. Boom. Boca, you're up.
Unfortunate. And he's gonna reach back. He'll grab off his back a really large purple mushroom, and it'll take a bite out of it. And it'll just breathe out the word blight, and this purple mist sort of just moves towards it. I'm gonna cast blight on this thing. So roll it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll cast it. It's a saving throw, which I think it'll make it take if you click on it.
Okay. As you, what is it, 33?
Yes.
Okay. As you let out this blight and necrotic energy seething out into this creature in front of you, you watch as it drops to one knee. But then as this spell and this blight energy is flowing into this huge monstrosity, you watch as it starts to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. It lets out a huge roar as it heals for a total of 33 points.
So it's not a plant?
No.
I guess. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dang it!
It has like undead corpses and stuff in it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it
thought
is
it might have
also
been a plant.
decaying material. Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Bugger.
Bit of both. Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Alrighty.
That'll be me.
Nesser, you're up. Again.
All right. Orange blast again. That's pretty much all I can do at the moment.
Go for it.
Not going to do it with that one.
Rebus.
So that was a 6,
Yeah, that doesn't.
and that was a 4.
Yeah, okay, they're both. Kind of fail a little bit, fizzle out as you go to the incantation.
And I'm backing away.
Okay, fantastic.
And that's me.
Alrighty.
Victor. Victor would, as a free action, call out to the remainder of the group. Do you wish to stay and fight, or should we run? Your call. I'm okay for either. And I will hold
I vote
action.
run.
I will hold an action at this point to see what the others will want to do.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Alrighty. I'll let you guys respond like out of turn. Like, don't worry, we won't wait till you get to your turn. But this thing will move in between your guys' responses. If you guys want to respond or not, that's cool.
I think Nesser responded.
Nesser
I-
responded.
Think I've made it stronger. Maybe we should go.
Okay.
If you think that's best.
Alrighty.
It's
Watches
very
it.
big.
It is very big. As it moves forward and the ground shakes ever so more, even more so now that it's bigger. It's going to make 2 attacks. It does have a little bit of a reach. So Boca and Viggs, you are in range. It's going to make 1 slam attack at you, Viggs, and 1 at Boca. For a total of... Let's just do public rolls. Sorry about that, guys. So you can see what I'm rolling. No, we'll ignore that one. So we'll go 1 for Viggs. 19 for a total of 9 damage. You get hit by a massive fist of whatever the hell this thing is made out of. And for the second one, for a 9, which misses Boko as it smashes into your shell, and you seemingly are unfazed by it. That's its turn. Alrighty.
Yep, that sells it to me. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, great.
All right, so we're gonna run.
And I will use nimble escape to disengage,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll use my action to dash. Because I can take the disengage as a bonus action.
You absolutely can. Yeah. So feel free to move like 60 feet. I believe that is your movement speed.
Yes, actually. I can move at 30 feet, so 60. Wait a minute. Zoom out a bit so I can actually get 60 feet on this bastard. Yeah, somewhere over near those trees. That looks good. Over that way.
As you run past, you watch as a similar zombified creature lunges out from one of the bushes in the fog and tries to take a swing at you as you run past. You manage to duck out the way, but you hear it tumble off into the distance as you hear, and then I just like smacked into a tree or something.
So literally, as I was running past, it would have been, "Hey, you fucker!"
All right, cool. Bugger, you're up.
So Boka's sort of standing near this thing. He's gonna disengage, and he's gonna do it by slam his quarterstaff into the ground, draw back into his shell, and his shell's gonna spin quickly, and then as he's moving away, he's gonna pop back out and start like legging it after Viggs. It's all sort of been my turn.
Okay, great. Okay, feel free to move 30 feet as well.
I keep targeting myself.
As again, this creature tries to take a swing at you as you disengage, but somehow manages to actually help propel you even further in the spinning trajectory of your shell off into the distance.
I think I can make it there. That'll be me.
Okay, great. Nesser, you're up.
So I do want to cast invisibility, but I don't have the material. But can I use the hang on, what is it again?
Is it a gold material for the invisibility spell?
Don't know. But the talisman, can I use the talisman as a focus?
Well, if it doesn't have a gold property or something that you need to get rid of, then yeah, you can use your talisman. Let me have a look at the spell real quick for you.
Pretty sure it doesn't have a gold value material component, not unless it's greater invisibility.
Gum. An eyelash encased in gum.
Yeah, no, it's fine, man.
It doesn't have a gold. If it doesn't have a gold cost attached to it, then you're usually pretty good.
Yeah, you're good. You can definitely cast that.
All right, I cast that on myself.
All right, fantastic.
So yeah, and what was my movement speed? 25. Oh, awesome. No, I want that one so I can move there. And there I am.
Okay, great. Victor, you watch immediately to your left as clouds enshroud Nesser, and then as the clouds dissipate, Nesser's no longer there. You've seen this trick before, similar onto the boat. You don't see him anymore, but you do feel something swish past you as air moves.
No problem. And I will take off and do a dash to there in my turn. Trouncing past Boka at speed.
Alrighty, sweet. Fantastic. Just coming directly from your south, you start to hear more sort of zombified voices and screams, and you can hear the footsteps of things like scraping against different leaves and twigs as you can feel and you get a sense as you guys are running that there are multiple creatures in this forestry running towards you.
And which way was the village from us? It was more north, sort of northeast, wasn't it?
It was, yes. And you guys are currently heading, if I'm looking at this, if we go normal, north, south, east, west,
We're
well,
going
let's
the
say,
opposite direction.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I would call out and go this way and turn and start heading the right direction.
Yeah, great. All right, fantastic. I will just do one more round to see if anything catches up to you guys in this round, and then we're going to enter a chase sequence, guys. And that's the thing I was stressing about before. All right.
Glad we could stretch
Alrighty.
out, mate. It's good.
Yeah, that's all right. This thing is not very fast, but it is going to slowly lumber towards, like, that's all it can do. It can't really do shit. It just lumbers. You can see this giant mass of different decaying matter and shit moving towards you. That's all it does. Alrighty. You then, cause we'll just say this one's there. This one, you, Boker and Victor, you watch as this creature, as the fog dissipates a little bit, enough so you can see, you watch as this zombie gets down almost quadrupedal, like its talons grip into the dirt, its feet crack and snap back into almost as if it's ready to push off at a moment's notice, and it starts into a gigantic sprint towards you guys as its lower jaw is just hanging and swaying in the wind, bits of flesh moving. It's going to reach you with its movement very easily, and it's just going to take a swing at you, Boker. I don't think it's going to do well, but we'll give it a shot. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, sure does.
What? Hang on. What's going on here? Oh, sweet. All right, sweet. And it has a multi-attack as well. So it's going to reach around with one claw as it leeches on and jumps, digs its claws into the back of the soft tender parts and the gaps of your shell. One talon, so you can feel it dig into your shoulder. I think you have a shoulder girdle. And the other one goes to strike and misses, slamming into your shell again. But you only take a total of... What was the first one? 8 damage. Wait.
Yeah, so Boker would now, having seen what happened with the shambling mound, he would have put his shoulder towards it, because if it hits his mushrooms, he's worried about the necrotic energy that's in his back exploding, and so he would have sort of like taken a hit.
Yeah, too easy. Awesome. Just 8 damage. And that's it. Alrighty. Moving on down the line. Viggs, you're up.
Alright, so we're going the wrong direction.
Yeah, so the direction we need to be going is
got a zombie
towards
on
by
his
marker.
back. Alright, so we've got to go that way. So, normal movement is 30 feet. So I'll move to there. And then from there, I'll take 2 shots at that dude.
Yeah, go for it.
To try to get him off Boker's back. With a 10 to hit, which I think is a 10 to miss.
A 10 hits.
A 10 hits. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. 9 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
And then second dagger with a 9 to hit.
The 9 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, now I know it's armor class.
AC at 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah. I would say because of your dagger, because it does disappear the moment that it enters, that it doesn't have enough force to actually knock this thing off of its trajectory, so it's still within range of Boker. But that's what you choose to do.
That is it.
Great. Boker, you're up. You've just got this thing that is into your shoulder girdle with one of its huge long talons.
And Boca's seen which way they need to go.
Yeah.
I think he would run. So I'm just gonna run in
Yeah,
this
great.
direction.
Alrighty. Go for it.
So yeah, attack of opportunity, I would assume.
Yeah.
Oh,
15.
that's a weird interaction. I'm super spry, apparently.
Like a Ninja Turtle almost.
Yep, so that's my movement, and then I dash for 60 feet. And that will be me.
And as you rapidly and spryly swing around your backwards of the shell, you watch as the talons let loose. It does take a minor bit of claw marks with it as it goes, but nonetheless it tumbles down to the ground next to you as you manage to get away safely. Okay. Nesser, you are up, my man.
I'm going to move back up here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I take a dash action, it just doubles my
Okay, so there are couple of things. Now, I know you are invisible, but because you are moving, there's still sound and stuff that you do make.
Yeah.
And the creatures do have hearing, and also smell and stuff like that. So I'll just get you to do a straight stealth at the moment. It'll be against their passive. And yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely fine.
Rogues, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll stop there for the time being, and I'll continue.
Yeah, great. You can hear sort of shouts and howling to the south where the rest of your party has gone. To we're at northeast. Never eat. So yeah, to your west, you can hear more sorts of just slightly off in the distance, as more footsteps are being heard, getting louder and louder progressively. Okay. Alrighty. This one. This turn. Whoa. You watch it sprinting out of the fog, Victor. You watch as another one just like talons, and it's gonna take a swing at you as it jumps out.
Go for it.
That's 2 attacks. I'm gonna take 2 claw attacks. First one, I have no idea. I haven't read what it says.
Second one misses.
Misses.
Strikes
All right,
nothing
fantastic.
but steel.
Does nothing. Okay, and that's its turn. Alrighty. What's this one? All right. This one's just gonna run. Well, actually, problem for Boca. No, yeah, it won't. It's gonna run straight to you. They're gonna surround you. They're gonna try and take an advantage as the second one tries to latch onto you.
I can only see
There's
one.
another-
Is that? Have you not put a second one on there?
Oh, what? Right
There we
there,
go.
sorry.
They both miss.
Okay. All right, fantastic. Nothing happens. You're well armored against these talents. They're not really doing shit to you at the moment. This is quite unclimactic. All right. You're good, Victor.
Okay, that's weird. The second one's now come up saying that it critically hit me.
All right, something's going on. We'll just say that they both
And,
missed.
Yeah, you were also targeting Boca as well.
Oh, it doesn't say that I am on my end. That's all right.
It's all good. So
Yeah, all right, cool. Your turn.
I'm kind of in a pickle. Not really. I'm in a bit of a pickle, but not really. I'm going to run away. I'm just going to charge between the two of them. I'll take the opportunity attacks
Yeah, great.
and keep going.
All right, cool. All right, sweet. If it'll let me, which it won't. Hang on, sorry. I'll just need to do this, and then
Could be a distance thing. potentially as well. Oh, no, it shouldn't be.
First one misses. Second one, they both. What's your AC? Is it 17?
17, yeah.
18.
17. 18, sorry. Yeah, so
18? Yeah, they
by
both
one.
missed. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, they both miss as you rush past. Alrighty. And with that, I believe it's a reset. So therefore, you've managed to successfully escape thus far. We're going to go into a bit of a chase sequence. So
Cool.
I'll just drag you over to here. All right, so are you guys still able to access your character sheets and do rolls and stuff like that
Yes.
for me? You are? Okay, great, fantastic. Because if I remember correctly, it goes off. So let's go from where we were before. Let's have a look here. Who do we think is in front? So you're roughly between Boca and Victor. Either one of you guys are going to be the leader. So we're going to like a normal initiative order. So I'll just end this. Empty the combat tracker, close. Okay. So I will need I'll just put you back there as well. Nesser. This is what I need a pen for too, because I need to write down distance and everything. I will say the Undead Shambling Mound isn't quick enough to keep up with you guys. You know what? It's going to be hard. We'll go back to the scene because otherwise it's a little bit too confusing. So yeah, the other one won't let me. All right. I'll just need you guys to roll initiative to see who's at front. And then I set the distance because Victor and Boca, you guys are at front. So you guys will have the maximum amount of distance to start off with away from these creatures, followed by, I think from the looks of it, Viggs and Nesser, you will be probably at half of their distance away. Okay, so Victor's got to go first. Yeah, and the Huskies move last. So you guys have you guys have the go ahead. All right, so as you guys dart and move away and go off and take the lead, you can see Victor and Boca kind of leading the charge side by side as you guys. Now I've got a roll table as well. A couple little things for you guys to do. As you're sprinting and running through this forestry, you can hear multiple footsteps of just ominous sounds. You can hear just screaming and wailing off in the distance as you guys have made, and you're currently I will do a little thing here. Victor is 30 feet ahead, same with Boca, which is quite surprising because you're a turtle. And then we've got the two rogues, which is also very surprising, half that distance. At 15 feet away, and also Viggs. So to let you guys know as well, these particular type of zombies, they have a movement speed of 35 feet. So if one of them does manage to catch up to you, that's why I've got the screen here. It'll just be a quick little initiative, and if you break away, it'll go into that as well. I won't have this go on too long. Anyway, that's my mechanics. What am I talking about? Anyway, moving forward.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I feel like I had to explain myself. Alrighty. Okay, Victor. So you're able to move. You've got the movement. You're able to move your full movement speed. You can also take the option to dash an equal amount of times up to your what is it? Thing.
Before we get into this, just to add a context, as we're moving forward, right before I sort of turn and see where things are, I'm going to cast darkness right in behind Viggs, which I can do. It's a cantrip that I've got, which will put a 15 foot radius sphere of darkness right in behind Viggs, so it'll cut off their line of sight from us as we're running. If that makes any difference to what you're going to do, just so you know.
No, it does. Yeah, it definitely does. Okay, great, fantastic.
And then I will beat the feet. So
Are you
that'll-
just going to take the normal? You're not going to dash?
I think I can only take the normal. I'm pretty sure that'll cost me an action. I'll just double check.
Yeah, great. Okay, let's...
Yeah, it's an action for it,
let's-
so it'll cost me my action to do so. So I'll only be able to move 30 feet with that.
I'll toss it up to the group as well. What do you think is to end this chase sequence? You guys have got a successful escape. I don't want to drag this on too long. How many feet away do you reckon we should leave it at? And then we can, if you do or don't.
That's pretty much where the darkness will fall.
Okay, great, fantastic. How does 350 feet sound? I know, I'm wagering. Let's go. 350 feet away, and you've managed to escape,
Yeah,
seemingly.
well, it's your decision to make, dude. You're the DM.
Great.
Yep, you're the DM.
Fantastic. I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you guys because team. Alrighty. All right. Fantastic. So Victor,
Okay,
you
just so you know, we're a team. You're the DM.
okay. All right. So Victor, you are now 60 feet, correct? And you've cast that darkness
Yep.
away. Okay. Fantastic. I also now need you to roll a d20 for me.
Just a straight D20.
Yep. Just straight d20.
10.
Okay. 10. You go 10. Alrighty. Okay, fantastic. Boka, you are up. As you're running 30 feet away, you see as Victor behind you has cast this magical fear of darkness. He takes off, boom, sprinting ahead. You try to keep up and follow, and as you do, unfortunately, as you're pushing past the shrubbery and the tree lines into the density of this forest, you come up into a giant batch of mushrooms. I need you to make, it's up to you, an acrobatics or an intelligence check.
Me.
No, Boka,
Okay.
as you're running.
Let's see. Acrobatics is +2. He's more acrobatic than he is intelligent. That is weird. But anyway.
Okay, great, fantastic. Actually, as you're running, you see these giant mushrooms, giant field of mushrooms that normally might have tripped you up. You manage to, just in the nick of time, again, acrobatically, I don't know how, maybe you've managed to do a front flip, a giant tortoise front flip over these mushrooms, and continue running.
Spent some time with the giant rat, and he showed me some skills.
I think you are definitely a ninja. You should have been a rogue, man. What? Okay, but you have
Could add all the rogues.
you've got up to 60 feet. Now, you do have your action as well. You can do things such as what Evil has done, cantrips, things like that. Things that don't take a full round in order for you to cast. Or you can take the dash action and move up to 90 feet in total.
I'll just take the dash action, I guess.
Great, cool.
Like it.
Victor, as you've cast a spell and you've taken off, you then see none other than Boka, a giant tortoise, rapidly sprint past you as bits of fungi and mushroom are falling off in the distance. He is now 30 feet ahead of you, although both of you can hear the rapid footsteps of creatures behind you as well, and the different wails and moans off in the distance. Okay, well, I need you as well, Boka, to roll a d20 for me too. Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay. Oops, I should have done that. Okay, Nesser. You'll go. Alrighty. So, as you're running along, same thing. You do a jump and you come across. As you round a corner, you kind of get the direction. You can hear Victor. You see that a tree, or half almost about to fall over, start to then crack and creak and splinter. It is falling into your general direction. I need you to make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
We'll go acrobatics
Great.
with a 20.
You're absolutely fine. As this part of the tree trunk goes to fall down on you, you manage to, a similar form, slide directly under it as it crashes on the floor below, but picking up your speed. At the moment, you have the option to, again, do the similar stuff. can dash. You can actually bonus action dash and action dash if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do all that.
Okay. Alrighty. Fantastic. So you move a total of, what's your movement speed? 25, 50,
Yeah,
75 feet in
25.
total?
So I can go 75, can I?
75.
Technically no, but it's a DM discretion too. The bonus action just
I'm
allows them to dash in the bonus action, which gives them another 25. It doesn't give them an extra 25. They can either dash as a bonus action or the action. It doesn't add any extra. Their movement speed is their movement speed. But it's up to you. That's, again, DM discretion.
I mean...
6 of one, half dozen the other.
Yeah, this is a chase sequence. I'll just say, just for this one, yeah, for sure. Just make it speedier, which would bring you up to a total of 90, which is in range of Boca as well.
I'll run down near those guys.
He's going to run under my feet, invisible, and trip me up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. No.
All right. So you're now in line with Boca. I need you to roll a d20 at the end of everyone's turn. Just a d20. Yeah.
Sweet.
Save myself laryngitis.
15.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty. Moving on down the line. Viggs, you're up. Nothing happens. You're darting around trees, logs, you're jumping over stuff, sliding around things. You manage to hear the footsteps behind you of things seemingly somewhat on your tail, but nothing is in your way. It's completely on you. A giant, huge sphere of darkness has been cast behind you.
I'm just gonna dash.
Great, fantastic. And you've got the full 30?
Yeah. Oh, well, it'll be 60 feet.
60? Yep.
It's double.
75.
So there.
75.
Right there somewhere.
Again. And alrighty. You see this little goblinoid, thanks to your spell, Victor, managed to brush past you as well. Not too far ahead though, as what Boca and Nesser are, but nonetheless ahead you. These other creatures, sorry, I need you to roll a d20 for me, Mr. Viggs.
D20. No, that's a D12. 24.
Okay. Oh god. Alright, sweet. These aren't going to do well at all. Okay. Let's roll a quick one there. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, sweet. Also the same thing. These guys drop to 0 movement speed, then Chase is over 2. You guys have done well. Alrighty, fantastic. You can hear you can hear as these creatures start to catch up to you. You can hear them moaning and all that kind of hoo-ha. And then all of a sudden, you hear as if a couple of them, with the darkness that you've created, run into some solid object. You can hear massive thuds and impacts as these creatures have just smashed into something, seemingly losing whatever momentum and speed that they have had at the moment. And they are only... Okay. Back up to the top. Victor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it. Can continue moving.
Yeah, sweet.
And that'll be me.
Okay,
And another D20.
Yeah, I forgot to get them to roll the D20.
10.
Alrighty, fantastic. Awesome. So you're moving your full movement speed, I take it?
Yep, full 60 feet.
Yeah, full 60. Holy shit,
dashing.
that's
Yeah, that was a dash.
fantastic. Alrighty. Okay. Boca, you're going, man. As you're running, as you've booked past, Victor shoots on ahead of you. You hear the thuds of the creatures behind you. You can still hear trees snap. It's quite to see with the fog. As you're running, all of a sudden, you feel the tug of something underneath you give way. I need you to make either, again, a dexterity or an intelligence check to get past this. Acrobatics or intelligence. Okay. With the 10, as you go to step around and find some footing that has given way from you, unfortunately, you do slip and take a bit of a tumble, slipping on a bunch of just rotting and decaying matter from your very feet. You do 10 feet of this run is considered difficult terrain.
No worries. Can I use an action?
You can, yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna, having fallen over, he's gonna grab some stuff from the ground. Is there like grass and stuff around?
Yeah,
It's
there
more
is, yeah.
thematic than anything else.
Yep.
He sort of grabs a handful of grass and he starts plucking it out. And I'm gonna cast conjure animals again, and I'm gonna send 8 giant weasels back in their direction.
Okay,
Just
cool.
sort of like scattered everywhere. These giant weasels.
Sweet. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Fantastic. You do just that. Even though you've taken a bit of a tumble, you watch as these giant weasels just run off into the distance. Making whatever noises weasels do. I don't know what they make. Anything you'd like them to do, which is just literally be decoys for these things.
Yeah, pretty much decoys. So they'd come out, and then when they're able to move, they just sort of scatter and make as much noise as they can in all directions.
All right, cool. So I'll say you made the 15 feet of movement, and then did the spell, or
Yeah. So
done the
yeah,
10 feet of your movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, sweet.
Cool.
Which puts you at 105. Okay.
no worries.
Alrighty, Nesser, you're up. Oh, and a D20. Sorry.
Fine.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
And
Mhm.
no, I don't want that. Give me my token. No, that's not me. Where's me? No. There I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm moving up to there. And
Okay,
that's
great.
it.
Just taking the dash, or
Yeah, I'm
Great.
keeping in.
fantastic. As you're running, though, however, you manage to reach a bit of an incline. You kind of get lost on the track. The fool and the weasels that have just been released right next to you has distracted you a little bit. You've run off course, and as you're doing so, you reach a bit of an incline, a bit of a hill as you're running up, and having lost everyone else. So part of your movement is also considered 10 feet of horizontal movement, completely going up. So for every 4 steps, it just takes an extra 4 steps, if that makes sense. So with the dash, so it's basically is half, so it's 30. So 120. Okay, fantastic. And a D20.
Yeah, got a 7.
All right, fantastic. Okay, Mr. Viggs, I need you to make a dex saving throw as you're running through for me.
$18 on that.
Nice, fantastic. As you're running through, again, similar thing to Boca, as you step forward, you feel something snatch and capture right around your foot. There's a tug, and as it goes, something goes to drag your front foot from out under you and go to hang up. You manage to, just in time, with a psychic dagger, cut the piece of string that would have ensnared you and continue on running.
Awesome.
Okay.
So wait a minute. Can I see Nesser behind us?
You can, yes.
Or is he still invisible?
He's still invisible.
Oh, he's invisible, yeah. But you can hear, well, it would be hard to tell, but there's a lot of movement around. Yeah.
Alright, no worries. Well, I'd just be keeping up with the others.
Okay, sweet, fantastic.
So, trying to start running together instead of playing the old, run ahead and catch up type deal.
Okay, sweet. Too easy.
Oh, you want another D20?
Yeah.
That would be a 2.
Okay. Jesus. Alrighty. So just do this real quick. Fuck me. Alright.
Sorry, not my type.
Alrighty. Okay. With that, as you guys are running through the amount of weasels that you've just let loose, Boka, you can feel your connection to these summoned creatures wane as you feel one of them boom, gets taken out. A second one boom, gets taken out and disappears. You can hear just wailing in the distance. And you can hear just ravaging as they're trying to rip into these creatures. And then eventually when these creatures drop to 0 hit points, they fade away, obviously. But they don't make any progress so far, and they're 15 feet away. You know what? I'm going to do one more round because of what's happened, and unless something major happens, like a nat 1, you guys, I'll say you guys get away safely. All right,
So
Victor.
Victor's not going to run at this point. He's going to wait, allow the others to catch up before moving forward.
Yep.
He's also going to cast Thaumaturgy back behind us again. This will break the concentration on the darkness. But he will cast Thaumaturgy, making the sound of a large Garisto charging in the direction of these, whatever these things are that are chasing us.
Too easy.
So it's just a roaring Garisto. A Garisto is just a large devil from the hells that he remembers dealing with. And just just that sound of this thing charging and roaring back in that direction.
All right. So I'd say you're in line with everyone else. So then only people that haven't probably seen this as of yet. No, it would have been roughly around everyone. Okay, so everyone has seen this happen. That's fine, and that
all they'll do is hear it. It's just a sound. It's not an illusion. It's just the sound of it charging, and and it's like booming, loud.
Great. Alrighty. Might be frightening, might not. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or is that it?
And just my regular 30 feet of movement to keep and
Great.
slowing down enough to allow everyone else to catch up, so we again move as a group.
Great. Boka, you're up. Oh, just another D20 as well.
Oh yeah, shit. We got 3.
3. Okay, no, that's fine. That's all right. Yep. Boka, what would you like to do, my man?
He would just try and make sure he's in line with the others, sort of that, group cohesion thing. So try and...
If you take the dash, you definitely can make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do. You've heard this giant demon from the pits of hell off in the distance. But if that hasn't slowed you down, you push past it and you see none other than Victor and Viggs in line running. As still, you can feel your weasels fade in and out from existence as they're being taken down.
Alright, and the D20?
Yeah.
13.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Nesser, you're up. Last one, my man.
Yeah, I'm just still keeping invisible because I'm a scared little shit.
Okay, well, just real quick, do you think you would need to take a wisdom saving throw because of the thaumaturgy that has just happened? You've just heard a demonic sound go off in the distance.
DM's discretion.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, mate.
All good.
Okay, yeah. You managed to. Even though it shakes you to your core, you kind of think, this is fucking weird. Like, what is a demon doing here? Seems a little bit impossible.
No, it's, oh shit, there's another creature out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, keeping up with whoever I'm with.
Okay.
Well,
And
trying
you do
to.
that. And as you've reached the top of that incline, you get to the other side and you can see the rest of your party running slightly ahead. And you've got enough speed as a rogue to catch up to them. You can see that they're into a bit more of a light jog, but they're all running in formation together. And that, guys, seemingly we're going to call it end there because you guys have done this very well, and we'll take a little bit of a break, and I'll explain what happens afterwards.
Sweet. We're going to take 5, guys. Welcome on in, viewers and everybody. So we will be right back. Give us a couple of minutes, and we'll have a bit of a quick chat before we get back on that. When we get back, don't go anywhere. 1 and 2.
Wow, how did they even know it was there?
Hear that? He's underground. Clip that up too, Drax. He was underground. The creature attacks you with a dirty 20 to hit Skathis. 13 points of force damage. Again, slams into your chest. And it's almost like it's reaching.
And I do it because of you. Just remember that. The end.
Whoa, that was heavy.
I know, I just pulled that out of my butt.
That was pretty damn cool. Actually, the reason I came in here was very, very similar. I came to tell you that I
To place this very symbol amongst the sphere of black liquid, what do you choose to do?
Yeah, I do it.
Sorry.
Typical trash.
As you do, and as you press,
Final nerd.
that to babies.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Fiddlestead is right, and this is not how you become heroes, by running away. Typical goblin attitude.
No, look, I've got a bad feeling. I can't explain it.
Today is my birthday.
Oh, right.
They grow bigger.
Oh yes. Oh shit.
Adok, you're a bard.
Clip
Sing
that,
us a song,
somebody.
my friend.
I'm just gonna. We'll go. The first one went into the jugular, blood spurting out like normal. Then the other one straight through the heart, and then they disappear, and then blood just starts gushing out everywhere because they're just holes there now.
He's got holy gushes everywhere.
and it sprays just like that of a Tarantino film. You just see blood, just like a 90-degree.
LV walks over. Yes.
Are you a he, she, or a they?
LV is this unit.
Must be a guy. He's got a unit.
Good point. I'll take that.
On me or on the roof?
Don't know.
Right, here
Don't
it
think
Nice.
Dead, went straight down.
Yeah, that was 3 of them.
3 kills. Exclamation point sub hype in the chat for the resub too, guys.
Heaps.
I got them all. Nice. Right. Someone's obviously got a sense of humour. That is all pineapple. It's a hot dog crust with all pineapple. No meat. No sauce. Just pineapple and hot and. Weird trash. What's up? We're back. Welcome in, Raiders. Who raided us? Yondu Poppins raided us, and Dr. Peaches as well. Thanks for the raids, guys. Appreciate it very, very much. We are playing the Wildmount-DarksStar adventure that was available for free on D&D Beyond during lockdown, during the first lockdown and pandemic times. And we have guest DM, Mr. Roast and Chicken, over there doing the things and stuff.
Yo. Somewhat. But we'll get back into our story and sit back and enjoy. Okay.
Mr. DM.
As you guys are running through the wood, you start to see a plume of smoke up on the distance through the canopies of the tree line. All of you see this as dawn is starting to break behind you. The sounds of the zombified creatures are getting thinner and thinner. You can feel, Boka, that the conjured animals that you had are almost little to none remaining. As you continue pressing on, all of a sudden, almost before you break the tree line through, you start to see bits of stone, bits of things that resemble humanity on the outskirts of this forestry as you're fast approaching. All of a sudden, in a moment's notice, similar Vigs to what you felt before, this time a giant net springs out from underneath you and drags you to the very top. I need, just real collectively, all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, either acrobatics.
/21 dex save.
Dex save, Vix, you're fine.
15.
Nesser, not so much. Victor's fine. Boka, again, that ninja turtle, absolutely fine. As the snare goes up and a bunch of brushry and shrubbery from down below starts this giant net goes to pull all of you up. Victor, Viggs, and Boka, you manage to step out of the way just in time before it drags you up. Nessa, however, just trailing slightly behind you guys, gets the brunt end of the stick caught in the actual net and gets hung from the canopies and the tree line, swaying in the distance. You then hear, no longer, a couple of seconds later, a horn sound off in the distance. And you start to hear the galloping of footsteps heading towards your general direction.
Take cover, someone's coming. And as I step back towards a tree, I'm going to take my scimitar out and cut the rope that's suspending the net that is now hanging Nesser up in the tree. And I'm going to drop him however many feet he is from where he is.
Great. Nessa, it's just it's a 10-foot fall. So, but you find the rope as well. Let me just roll up how much the falling damage in 5e is, because I think there's a specific die.
1d6, 13 feet.
1d. Oh, so it's just a d6.
Just a d6, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Nessa, feel free to roll a d6 for me. You take 3 damage, and you just get a minor head bruise as your head smacks into the ground below, but the net unfurls and you're able to untangle yourself.
I'll probably drag him at that point, drop him down, grab him by the collar, and drag him into a bush or a tree to try and take cover. Someone coming! Shut up!
And have you let me go yet?
Yeah.
With that,
Oh,
I
'cause
cast
you take-
invisibility.
Well, because you take damage, the invisibility drops, right? Or no?
Well, I would have dropped it as soon as we got out.
Yeah, cool. And you gotta cast it again?
Yep.
Alrighty, go for it. Yeah, you do that. Even though Victor is still holding on to you, you can feel that you're
I'll let
holding
him
on to
go.
him, but you just look
No, I'll
and
let
he's...
him go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. You let him go and he's gone.
We'll sort of drag him to his feet to get him into cover.
Sweet. What does the rest of you decide to do, Boker and Mr. Vix?
I would have shot into cover
Great.
straight away.
Alright, fantastic. And
Boker will drop prone and do his best impression of a rock with growth on it.
Okay, so Boker, I need a performance check from you, and then everybody else stealth. And that's a stealth with advantage because you're invisible. Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah. 6 for Victor. He's not very stealthy.
Okay.
15.
Alrighty. You'll wait, and you can see, you can hear the galloping steps come to a halt. You hear the just out breaking from the tree line. You can see as you're still stealthily, even though it's a little bit of distance past, you can see that it looks humanoid, whatever it is on top of this horse. It's not quite clear. It is quite dense, even though you're right next to the outskirts. You can hear someone get off, step through. Adorned is a young male drow. He steps through the brush thickness. He goes to where the net is. You can see that he is holding a spear. Anyone with a, I will say, a majority of you are looking at his way, particularly Yerk.
Yep.
Fantastic. You notice that as he's walking through, you can see that this young male is shaking visibly with his spear in tow. He's gripping onto it tightly, but he's stepping forward nonetheless. He hasn't spotted any of you. He gets to the net, sees that it's been cut as he picks it up. He turns around, you can see him darting backwards and forwards, trying to look for any signs of anyone that's there. I will just make a quick quick roll to see.
If he's got a passive any higher than 6, he'll know where I am, because I rolled a 6.
Yeah. It's also his stat points as well. But yeah, with the 15, that's his perception check as he's looking around. He does indeed hear crunch behind him. As Nesser, you've managed to accidentally step back onto a twig. He swings a spear around and he says, "All right, who goes there? Come out! I know you're there. You're human." He looks down at you, Boker, and Shell, and he goes, he just taps it with the spear, noticing that. And then seeing,
I'd step out at that point and raise the spear off Boker's shell with my scimitar.
Yeah.
And say, human is relative term.
What are you doing in the forest? Hey, quick, it's not safe. We've got to go. Come with me.
Well, how do you?
And Yuluk, my name's Yuluk. Quickly now. How did you? No time for this. I'll ask the questions later. Come on. You can see him.
I don't know if I trust you. This is your trap, yes?
Aye, that it is. But do you know not what's in that forest?
I know of Vermaloc and what resides in there. Which is why we're
Oh,
running.
there's lots of terrible things in there.
Who said that?
Pay no attention to
Oh,
that.
sorry. That was me, and I lose the visibility.
Right, and okay, and that.
Oh, he's a bad guy, by the way.
Right, normal Chris, was anyone like to explain what that goblin's doing behind the wee bit of shrubbery there? I can see him through the brush.
Just chilling. What are you doing?
We are not sure we can trust you right now.
Look, it's up to you. I thought that this would be a bunch of zombies. Bunch of the
You know,
townsfolk.
don't trust him. He's not nice.
You know what? I really don't mind. It's up to you. If you want to come with me, you can. If you don't, stay out here. Be my guest.
What is it? You are Drow, are you not? Why are you on the surface here? Why are you not further north with the rest of your kind?
What do you mean? This is Zohas. There's a lot of Drow around here. Look, I will answer all of your questions in due time. But please, I do not feel very safe out here. Let us head back.
So I take it your town's nearby?
Yes. What is left of it, it is.
What's left of it?
I think
And
this
what's
was
your place
town
called?
on the rock that we found earlier.
Oh, what was the name of that town? Drow person?
I forget.
Galgarad.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, let's go. That sounds like a good place to go. Let's go there.
Time to stop being a rock, then. And
You
he
weren't-
sort of like slowly comes out.
You weren't playing a rock very well in the first place. But...
I'll have to try harder.
He needs a disguise spell or a good disguise, I think.
He needs to bury himself a little bit first.
Yeah, that could work too.
I think we should not tarry here any longer.
At this point as well, you start to notice that the dawn in the sky is starting to break as well. So light is starting to filter through. Seems that you've pushed past whatever this darkness is. Yorluk, hearing that, gives you a bit of a nod. He also then, you can see him lower his spear. He doesn't seem in an aggressive way whatsoever. And he starts to lead you all back out towards the clearing. Out to, unfortunately, only one horse. But before he gets on, he turns around and he goes, I will, if it's all right with you. I'll give it to anyone that's injured if they need that. Take my horse. I'll walk next to you. I don't mind. I'm happy you're not one of them.
I'm injured. I'm injured.
Shut it, Nesser.
Oh, come on!
You do not need horse. You are fine. We are fine. You take horse.
You notice that he doesn't actually get on the horse. He just starts to lead it by the reins and starts to walk up. And as you guys are out to the clearing, you see bits of crumble stone walls as he's walking you through. Unless you guys want to, about an hour's journey away from the dense forestry. As he's doing so, well, not an hour, he wouldn't have had the horn, about half an hour, sorry. That's way too long. You see crumbling stone walls. You see what's the remnants of like a fallen over guard tower off in the distance as he's leading you through and away from the forest. You get to what looks to be a massive town gate that would have held off a somewhat decent army. The giant wooden door that probably was once there is fallen down to the ground. As you continue following on, he leads you through the front entrance. As you get into the main part of this town, you start to see around the surrounds that a lot of these buildings are rotting wooden houses. You get the odd glimpse of people running and skittering through the streets as quickly as possible. You start to see off in the distance as you're walking further and further through a massive fire in the center of this town. You can smell what appears to be pork and bits of burnt, singed, charcoal flesh as well. As this man is leading you through. As you're walking through, he turns to you all and he says, I take it you're not here to rescue us. You're not here to help.
Victor just sort of looks at the other three, gives them a very quizzical look. Do we look like army?
No, you do not, but I mean, you've survived the forest, then you're definitely capable.
Survive is relative term.
Well,
I can see you have your own problems, but have you perchance seen a kanku?
a what? A kenku? What's that?
Bird.
It's a
Black
bird type
bird.
creature that doesn't use its own voice.
Small
Uses
bird.
other people's voices.
Repeats what you say.
like
Very
that.
annoying.
Yeah.
Apart from the ravens, no, unfortunately not.
No, bigger than a raven. A lot bigger than a raven.
It's done about 12 ravens tall. Maybe 13.
If this creature has been in the same place as you in that forest, then unfortunately I fear the worst. But stranger things have happened. We've been staving off an army of undead every night for the past week. This horde has started small, but everyone who dies from the zombies rise as husks of their former selves. This horde is huge. Take a look around. I don't think no one's gonna survive, and I definitely don't think your friend is, or has.
Maybe you
You know
run.
what?
Leave village. Why stay?
Well, we have a lot of injured, and they said one of our leader, Zeph, she has put out a notice for the guards from the surrounding cities to come, and we've been waiting, and we thought maybe that was you. You know what? Let me lead you to her. I'll take you to the Mobander. It's where the rest of us are gathered around.
Closest city here to here is Sarius, maybe. Rosona. No one will come from there. You know this.
We have to hang on to hope or something. It's better than just giving in.
Yeah, I can understand that. Where's the leader dude? Chick? Person?
In the only boarded house in here, the Moribanda, used to be a pub, but now it's just filled with the injured and the sick. People that were trying to fight back against the knights of this. It's not far, it's about another 10, 15.
Vig, you want to help these people? Yes? Is that what you are saying?
Well, we're kind of here, so we might as well help them for a little bit until we can, get out of here.
We'll risk your life to possibly not get out of here to help them. Maybe, yes?
Well, I risk my life trying to get out of here in the first place. So,
True. Very true.
being able to rest a little bit and get some decent gear for, halfling, potentially through a little bit of a back scratching type of a exercise with the town folks, might turn out to be worthwhile.
Potentially.
I could use a back scratch. It's
I'm
very.
staying the hell away from your mushrooms.
It's very dangerous. Where is that fucking annoying Nesser? Where'd you go?
Probably
Turned in.
playing with himself again.
Is he invisible again? Look at me. Lead us to what was her name again? Sorry.
Zeph.
Take us to this Zeph. We'll see what we can do. As Vic said, we are kind of in between rock and hard place.
He does just that. He gives you a nod and he leads you on his way. He leads you to what appears to be the only semi-public building left still standing. As you get to the front of it, you can see that its doors are reinforced with iron. You see its windows boarded up from every sort of entry and entrance point that you can see. It seems to be a makeshift defensive keep. As Yalak reaches to the front, and you all do to the front of the Moorbounder, you can hear giant knocks on the iron door. There's a second that goes by and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden it opens just a crack. And you hear a female voice from the inside. Who is it? Who's out there? State yourself. It's Yalak. I've got more survivors. It's a brief pause. You can see the door shut and slam instantly.
Not very nice.
All of a sudden, you can hear you can hear things kind of unlatching. You can hear a chain being pulled, things like that. And the door, this iron door, swings open. And standing in front of you is another dark elf, dressed in commoner's clothing. She's ragged. It looks as if this woman hasn't showered for quite a while. They're same as Yalak. They both don't look kept very, very well. She holds the door open. She looks at Yalak. She looks at all of you and takes you in. You can just see her take in a massive breath. And as she exhales, her stern face softens. And you can see what appears to be her tear ducts start to water. And she goes in for a giant hug to Yalak. She goes, I'm just glad you're safe. I mean, it's good that you found survivors, but I was hoping it was something else. Please, everyone, come inside.
Can I have one of those too? Maybe, please?
What, you want a survivor yourself?
No, I want a hug.
Really?
You're an emotional sort, aren't you?
Never.
I'm starting to wonder if bounty is even worth the hassle.
Boca slowly moves over and picks him up and sort of hugs.
Put me down!
Oh, sorry.
Forgive me.
She turns back to Yalak and goes, are you sure about this, though?
Victor will step forward and bow with respect. Just take sort of gauging what's happening here and sort of gives her a slight head bow and says, forgive my companions. We found ourselves in forest unintentionally and made our way here, and your friend here, well, we found trap, he found us and led us here.
Yalak responds in kind and goes, oh, they've even survived the forest. What's out there? They've look at them. There's got to be a sign. Look. You can see that she's taken a bit back by this, the fact that you've come from the forest and the surrounds. She goes, it's true, you came from there. And you look like this. You're not missing any limbs? Are you infected? Any of you? And she goes to give you a once-over.
He may be.
And he may lose a limb or two if he does not keep mouth shut.
He'll probably regenerate them like a lizard.
She goes to give you a once-over.
Victor would instantly step back, not allowing her to touch him. Please.
Okay.
We are fine.
Again, with that, just make a persuasion check for me real quick as well.
Me?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Just with advantage too.
Persuasion with advantage.
Holy shit.
A natural 20.
Okay. Yeah. With that, she looks over to the young man that's came with you, who seems to just have taken everything that you've said for word. Yalek says, I've journeyed with them for quite a while. I've looked them over. I haven't seen anything. I trust them. It's a sign. Please let them speak to Zeph.
Well,
She
this
steps
is
back.
not Zeph.
No,
why we
that's-
bother? Take us to the one in charge.
Right. Will do. Please.
I have a question. Just one. No one else has shown up, have they?
Lynn, well, sorry, the female for Yalek says, Lynn, please just step aside. Lynn, hearing that, does step aside, and she goes, well, just you lot, and whoever's in the town, occasional survivors, but that's it. Why?
No, Little Bird
like
has
it.
not showed up here. Nesser.
Yeah, no, Knock hasn't shown up.
Yeah, that
No.
Okay, we have already asked this question. You were hiding in
Oh.
bush. You just missed that bit of information.
As you guys filter on in, you walk onto the entry point of. You can tell almost immediately as you walk in that this now makeshift fort, as you can see tables and chairs being boarded up against the windows. You can see bits of whatever fabric that they've used as signs and whatnot have been cut and used as makeshift bandages on rows and rows of sick villagers, people that have been amputated at different parts of their limbs, lying on the grounds. You can see them that they've made makeshift beds in the best that they can. There's quite little remnants of food. You don't see a lot of rations or things like that around. You can see the odd rat running in and out every now and then. Lynn shuts the iron door behind. And as you're done, you're left with this sight of a decimated inn that you could tell might have once upon a time held quite a number of parties, quite a number of celebrations, and that is just the complete and total opposite of what you're seeing in front of you. As Yalek is leading you forward, you get to about halfway point inside this inn, and he just gives you a bit of a signal as if to wait. He then turns around and he runs off a little bit, and you see off in the distance, you see, even sitting in this chair, a giant Goliath, female Goliath. She is bald, full of muscles, but she has a mangled and decimated left leg. You can see a bit of conversation backwards and forwards between Yalek and this Goliath. She looks over to, and you see Yalek lean in and whisper something. This Goliath's eyes beam, and she, with a huge amount of effort, you can see her strain, picks up a giant glaive that is lying next to the chair that she's sitting on, and she uses it as a crutch to stand about 7 foot high, and she limps ever so slowly towards you, and you can see that as she's getting if she were in her prime, this would have been quite a fearsome sight to behold. She is still full of muscle, tattoos all over her body.
With that being said, I dart behind Victor to hide.
I'm kind of looking up at her going, it's a moving mountain.
She gets to, and as she's leaning on this glaive, she then, with as much difficulty as she can muster, tries to give you her politest bow, and you can see that she winces in pain doing so. And then looks at you all and says, Yalak here has said that you have came from the forest, have you not? I am Zeph. I am, at the moment, the people's rally and what they have decided to look to for hope. But as you can see, hope is dwindling quickly. Please, are you hungry? Do you need any assistance? Rest. You are welcome here, as long as you pose no threat.
And stick my head up. Did you say food?
Victor would instantly clamp a hand across his mouth.
Ow! God damn it!
And shushing him, and would slightly return the bow and just say, my name is Victor. I'm from north of here. We found ourselves in forest, yes. My companions, I'll allow them to introduce themselves, but we pose no threat.
You can see that she...
If we can help, we will.
And her eyes don't blink. Her face is quite stern, and she takes you in for a second, and then just gives you a nod, and looks to the rest of you to introduce yourselves.
And I remove my hand from Nesser's mouth and just shoot him the most intense look. And step aside, sort of step partly aside to allow the others to introduce themselves.
Hi?
Hello, little one. If it is food, we do not have much, but what we can spare, I will ask for them to give you some.
Thank you. And skittle back behind Victor.
What is your name? Usually is customary for someone to...
Nesser.
Nesser. I'm pleased to meet you, Nesser. And I take it...
Yeah, likewise?
You are a traveling party. Companions, no?
For now.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Great.
Thrown together by fate, one would say.
Fate. That is exactly what I think has happened. I think it is definitely fate that you have been brought here, shown up in a forest, survived the unspeakable, and just in the nick of time as well. But I do drag on. You are a turtle, no? Very rare to these parts.
Yes, my name is Boca, and I might be able to aid you if you will let me. And he sort of, he's looking at her leg, and he sort of raises his hand up, and he's waiting for the go-ahead to approach her.
As you go to do that, she puts out a hand, she goes, I would rather you save your efforts for the others. Do not worry.
Okay.
And she points to the rows of sick people that are lying into the inn on the floor.
And it'll sort of turn slowly and sort of take his time to wander over there, sort of bow to her a bit, and then he'll start seeing what he can do to tend to those over there.
Sure. Then she finally moves on to you, Viggs. Says, yes, another one that has been freed by the Luxon. I welcome you.
Who?
The Luxon, your curse, your people's curse, broken as similar to mine.
Yeah, okay. I've got no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, but yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
You do not know your history.
Never been much of a fan.
This is very strange, but needless to say, you are welcome as well.
Yeah, you're welcome as well for something, I guess. By the way, name's Viggs. And hands out his hand.
Zeph, you see with the clutch, she reaches out her hand as well, and it is huge in comparison to yours. And she
Kind
goes,
of just grab her pinky and shake it.
She goes, Zeph Beltoon. From Jen Beltoon.
Just Viggs. No, nothing else. Just Viggs.
Just Viggs, right?
Viggs. Yeah.
Well, if you will, would you mind? And she points over to her chair. It's a bit difficult to stand for long periods.
Yeah, it'd be probably better if you were a bit more eye to eye too. So you got somewhere I can kind of stand, so we are like eye to eye. Because even sitting down, you would be about 5 feet, which is 2 feet taller than me. So just saying.
She looks. You can see in her stern expression a small grimace, and as she cracks a little bit of a smile, and she goes, "I'm grateful for humor. It's been much missed in these times."
Victor will reach out an arm to aid her back to her seat, if she accepts.
You are very kind. Yeah, and she does. And you walk over and she sits down to her chair. As you do, Yella goes and brings down and rearranges, like a couple of chairs and benches that you can sit down and talk as well. And you can, as she sits down, she assesses all of you, one by one. A moment passes, and then she says, "You, Victor, mentioned fate before. 'Tis strange, I had a vision one night of a star in the night sky, turning jet black, glowing with light and crashing into the ground. Have any of you had something similar?"
Have we?
Yes. What did you see? Nesser.
I was being strangled.
Strangled.
Sorry, that might have been me.
What?
Never mind.
No, what? Anyway, I got something on my face.
Show me. Come closer.
Gets up on the table. Walks up.
She reaches out with a giant hand as you point and goes to touch the side of your face where this mark is. And as she does, all of you witness as she immediately recoils and gets pushed back. She grimaces as pain. She grabs onto her shoulder. You can see that bits of black veins poke out from her fingertips, run up to her hands, up her arms, up to the sides of her neck. They pulsate. You can see her grimace in a little bit of pain. Yalak runs over with spear in tow. As soon as he does, though, it starts to vanish as quickly as it appears, and her arm drops and lowers. Her head sinks and slumps to the floor a little bit, and then she raises up her hand to Yalak. And then eventually goes back, breathing heavily.
Yes, we tried this. Same effect.
It appears, Nesser, that whatever it is that you dreamt about, whatever I have dreamt about, definitely something that is not good, as you can see. That fucking hurt.
Muted.
You're telling me
So, yeah.
it tried strangling me in my dream.
I wonder, have any of you come across, well, you must have in the forest, the remains of the townsfolk?
Yes.
All I remember is scary, stone-cold, elongated things coming at us. This big
zombies. Zombies.
Yeah, them.
Zombies,
Yeah.
Nesser.
Zombies.
Remains
Some
of
of
town
them that
folks,
got
it
really
seems.
bad gas.
Yes, that is not something I've not seen before. They bloat and explode when they are killed.
Well, a lot of these people and creatures that now remain, have it will, they too had marks. It first started on one, and it grew and it spread until they were no longer themselves a husk, an abomination. I fear that very mark is with your friend there.
Or you are saying that we should kill him now and save us the trouble.
What? No, don't do that.
That is not viable. We unfortunately tried the same thing, and it spreads to those after the person is dead. We're not sure if it is airborne or what it is, but it is something we need more information on. This very vision that I had was something that the keepers who have watched over Galgarad have said was a gift from none other than the Bright Queen herself. They say this star was gifted by her to ward evil. That same very star that I dreamt of crashing into the ground, the same very dream that you have now had, Nesser, and has left a mark on you. It appears it is reaching further than just this town.
I only got it when I was in the forest, I think.
Okay, wait a minute here. Just back up a little bit. Star crashed, bad shit happened? Or bad shit happened because Star crashed?
As you put it, bad shit happened because Star crashed.
But you say Star crashed in your dream. Or has
Yes.
this happened already?
Has a star crashed around here?
No, not that I'm aware of. There is... The star itself is supposed to be kept safe by the Keeper and his acolytes.
So stars already crashed. Bad shit's happening.
This is all information I do not have answers to. The only person that does is the Keeper.
And where is Keeper?
He has locked himself away in his manor. He refuses to talk or come out.
We can
He
fix
communicates
Where
through a
is he?
pipe.
I agree. Where
What?
is Manor? I can
that.
drag
He
him
communicates
outside.
through a pipe?
We will
Yes.
get into Manor and bring him outside.
No, just get in the manor and talk to him inside.
Yeah, you guys go to the manor. I'll stay here.
You'll do as you're told.
That's who you're coming with.
Oh, come on, really?
Actually,
Let's-
do you have something that he can wear outside of a loincloth? Because it's a little bit
It's
disturbing.
it's horrible. But maybe
I would
Nesser,
have had
if
myself
you
a hat.
come with us and put clothes on, that will help greatly. You will earn your way into my favor. Maybe I forget about bounty on your head.
A bounty.
Yeah, there's a bounty on his head.
You're an idiot, Nessa.
The bounty on Nessa's head from Bright Queen. But if what you are saying is true, maybe this is why Bright Queen requires this little one.
If there is said bounty from the Bright Queen herself, if you manage to help me, I will make sure you are rewarded personally from her. If we survive, that is.
Wait a minute.
If you survive.
I was about to say, what, are you coming along or...
I mean, not to be rude, but we'd be better off without her. It'll only slow us down.
Yeah, I'll slow you down too.
You have a certain set of skills, Nessa, that we'll probably find necessary.
All right.
But I agree with Viggs. Sif, if you... I would be happy to pay. Would you happen to have some armor that might fit this little one lying around?
She waves her hands. Says, "It's not necessary for payment. Your luck. Go find and see what you have out back from the remains." Yellock wanders off and goes out back for a little bit. He comes back and he lays down a couple of different sets of armors. One is ringlets of steel, chainmail. The other one is strapped and studded leather. And you can see that this armor has seen better days, but comparatively, it's better than nothing. And Yalak says, "I'm sorry, I don't have something that's brand new and shiny, but that's really all we've got."
Victor just pushed the studded leather over to Nesser and said, perfect for you. Not so noisy, yes?
Yes. So I'll take the studded and start putting it on somehow.
As you do that, Zeph also then reveals to you and says, "If you do go to the Keeper, it's not hard to see. His manor is yet but a couple of 100 feet away from the Moorbounder. Not too long away. It is the only one with an wrought iron gate that's still standing. You can find remnants of dead villagers outside. You're more than welcome to stay here, but I'm afraid if any more time passes, this horde will only grow stronger, and those that who do not seek shelter here will surely fall and rise again. We will not survive much longer."
So, okay, we're going to go see this Keeper dude and find out about this star that may or may not have fallen. And try to get to the bottom of this undead business.
If we cannot, we burn village to ground. Easy option.
Wow, I don't think we have to go that severe. It will be more of a line of, sorry, we tried, can't help you any further, and we'll be moving on.
Always solution.
That would be appreciated. And again, I am a member of Dead Beltoon, as is my name, Zeph Beltoon. If it is money or royalty, honor you seek, I assure you, I have many political contacts, and I will get you the rewards you seek.
Did you say money? How much money are we talking about here?
She takes a look around and says, "What do you think I am willing to pay? I don't have much now, but I assure you, I will give as much as I can, and especially once I have an audience."
Look, we'll work out that stuff later.
Let's just survive the night first, yes?
Yeah. So work out payment after. Because, it might be a job that requires a lot of payment, and it might be a job that requires, just an arm or a leg.
And I can offer arm and leg. Leaning over and sort of pointing a hand at Nesser. Maybe 2 arms.
But outside of that, I'll be right back, okay? I just need to go use the little goblin's room. Be back.
Of course. We could probably finish up there anyway, somewhere soon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's up to you guys right now. Yeah, you guys, as you said, she's more than happy to have you guys stay here if you need it, and a bit of food, or if you can, with the location of the manor.
We're still sort of relatively early in the day at this point, aren't we?
It is very early, yes. Yeah.
Well, Zeph, as you say, you have political contacts. I'm assuming in Jigao as well. This is where I am from, as it happens. And if I'm being honest, my job is for families and Bright Queen herself on occasion. But this one was my latest employment. Upon returning to Jigao by ship, we were double-crossed by Captain. Many drow were killed. A friend of mine was killed. Little bird that we spoke of helped us escape sinking ship, and we ended up in forest. Which has led us here, so, as you say, fate has brought us here. I will help. No payment necessary. We'll discuss it later. I cannot speak for my companions, however. We are we're not technically together. But if they want to help, I'm good.
So, okay. Keeper. More info. Go kill shit, right?
Sounds good to me. Boca, you in?
Boker's over. He's cast guidance on the healers. He's done healing word. He's done lesser restoration.
Shit. Okay.
He's gentle repose on those that aren't going to make it, just in case. And he's whatever you say. And then he just gets back to what he's doing.
Well, again, I guess I have no choice, do I?
No, you don't. If you want to survive, you're gonna work in the team. I'm thinking Boker's probably better to leave here for a little while anyway, because he seems to be going through these people and making them look better.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we go talk to Keeper, and maybe you talk to Keeper. You seem better versed than me in such things. little more tact. Let's say.
It's not tact. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's do this.
I'm likely to cut his hands off for looking at me funny.
Yeah, that's probably not the good way to go.
Exactly.
Right, come on. And I grab Nissa by the ear. Let's do this.
Okay, cool. As you'll, so I'd say, Poker, are you going as well, or?
I would probably go over to Boker and say to me, if he doesn't want to come, he can stay because he's helping people. We'll come back.
Yeah, depends on the need, I guess. Because I mean, I was there the entire time they're having this conversation, sort of. And there's only so much I can do. I've only got so many spells. So
Yeah.
That's up to Boker whether he wants to come with us.
I will say with the amount of stuff that you've done, you've definitely helped, and you can see that whatever is left to do is there's not much. I mean, there are bodies filtered there. There are some that are on their way, and people that you have healed, and there's not really much else that you can do here besides maybe put on a comedy act and try and ease their mental.
Yeah, I'd go with them, and just in case they need support.
Great. As you all get up and go to leave, Zeph says over to you all and says, "May the bright queen watch over you."
Ditto.
And may she watch over you also.
All right, and that is where we'll call it for tonight.
Awesome, guys. That is our show for this evening, ladies and Germanys. Thank you, players, for joining us this evening and playing your parts. I guess we got 5 minutes or so before I really got to take off. So let's quickly go around and get some moments from our players. And chat, if you got some moments too, at Evldoa in the chat. Let us know what you thought was interesting, funny, or really cool in the chat, and we'll read them out. I'll turn it back over to DM. He can choose or actually we'll just, you don't like doing that, do you? So I'm gonna put you on the spot. DM, what was a moment that you thought was really interesting this evening, or funny, and it can be about yourself too, guys. So it doesn't have to be about anyone else.
Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, I like I just collectively how you all decided. Like I kind of had it in my head that you'd maybe fight for a little bit and then you'd run, and then I was like there would be more involved, and then it was just straight away. Nah, fuck this, we're gonna go. I was like, oh, cool. Fair enough, but cool. Damn it. And then I thought the most interesting thing for me was just how nimble this bloody turtle is. Like I'm like beside myself. I don't understand how it weighs so much, but yet is so
it can
nimble.
run so quick.
I'm like,
I think it's more of that it stumbles in such a way that it just gets around shit.
Yeah, it's momentum. Yeah, it's gravity forward momentum.
It trips over and then it rolls like on the side of its and then gets up and runs again.
Rolls like a dodex. There you go.
Rolls a little bit more.
It's a roly-poly dinosaur. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then also I quickly realized how just long and extensive that fucking chase scene would have been if I kept it at 300.
It wasn't too bad though. I mean, it worked all right though. Yeah. I mean, it's the cool thing about those things. You can run a skill check as long or as short as you want. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. We'll move on to Boker then, since Boker was the focus of some of that.
I think my favorite moment was when Viggs is like, "Oh, and you're welcome too." And I was like, "Yeah, that's Viggs." Like, you're welcome, and like, yes, and you're most welcome too.
Anything else?
I don't know. I just really enjoyed, Viggs maybe talking a bit more than he has, and that sort of uneducated, like, I don't know nothing about no Luxon and no. He's like, I don't know any of
I
this
don't
stuff.
pay
I'm not
attention to that
educated.
shit.
Yeah. No, I just thought Viggs was good, and it was good to see a bit more of him, get a bit more interaction from him than we've had in the past. So I thought it was good.
Cool. Moving on to Viggs then. As Viggs was the main part of that.
I'm actually enjoying Viggs because he doesn't know anything about the past. He's just a current person. Like, past is the past, so who cares? Let's move on. And the whole fact that, yes, this turtle is huge and it's more nimble than me. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, enjoying that. And bloody Trashy's character just disappearing continuously because he's a little pansy. And as per usual, every warlock I've played with, every time they've cast the spell that he was trying to hit things with, it hits nothing.
Misses.
It just misses.
Misses a lot, yeah.
It's a useless spell that you can cast 3 times that does nothing. But yeah,
2 times.
Yeah, the thing is,
2 times
when it does hit, it can be really devastating, and that especially at the high levels too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Trash man, Mr. Nesser Rogue Warlock, dude.
Kudos to the DM. Lovely storytelling. What do you mean? What?
What's that face for?
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, some of the sounds he was making, and so you sit there and you go, really?
Those zombies, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, what I'd like was Boca giving Nesser the cuddle. Almost crushing him, I think.
Yeah, Holly brought that up in the chat as well. Love the hug.
You probably would be crushed, yeah. Or, high from the mushrooms.
Yeah, a bit of both, I think. That's it.
That's it, definitely. For me, yeah, I think it was a mixture of everything, really. Nesser just being Nesser, so Trash just doing what Trash does. Let's just run away, cast invisibility. I'm out. We're done. But also too, just the matter, like the frankness of Viggs, I thought was really interesting. I mean, Victor is Victor. He don't care about a lot of people. So yeah, offering Viggs to talk to the keeper and Viggs going, yeah, I'm going to cut the dude's hands off. He looks at me funny. It's better that way than you talk than me talking. It's not going to go too well. Especially if he doesn't open his door. So Victor's more like a bull at a gate than anything else. It's just who he is. And yeah, Cam, I don't know what you got to worried about with your story and your storytelling. The sounds of your zombies, dude. That, I mean, if you close your eyes, that freaks you the fuck out. It's so creepy, but so cool. And the chat enjoyed it as well. You can see the comments coming up in the chat, so I think it worked very, very well. And what else we have there? The fact that Boca has used all of his spells from Mina, pretty much. He's literally pretty much cast everything he has to heal these people.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. That's what you do.
Yeah, it would have been what he would have done. Yeah. So I didn't even give it a second thought.
So, in saying that is pretty much us for tonight, guys. We will be back next Wednesday with the continuing saga of the Dark Star. I don't know how many sessions we're going to get out of this. Could be another 1, could be another 2, maybe 3. Who knows? But we will keep going. We'll keep going until we finish the story. And then after that, obviously, might take a week's break after Darkstar, and then we'll look at getting into the Lost Mines of Findelva. I will be back tomorrow with some map stuff, carrying on with Castle Ravenloft, and then I'm away Saturday, so there'll be no bonus stream Saturday. I'll be back Sunday for some Vampire Masquerade stuff as well. But we're going to raid somebody who is online. It's doing Dungeons and Dragons. We're gonna pass on the raid to Lost Archives, I think. They've got 6 viewers. We've raided these guys before. We're going to raid them again. because why not? So let them know that where you're from. If subs in the channel, if you spam that animated raid emote, everyone else to spam what you got, and we'll let them know that we are coming, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some map shit. Awesome. Cheers for hanging out, guys. Raiders, Yondu, Poppins, Joel, and Dr. Peaches, thank you so much for the raid, and the new followers as well. We will see you tomorrow. Raid there, and we'll say goodnight.